Have a good day, dear students. I hope you all are well at your home. In our previous lecture, we have started chapter 8, Framing of Constitution and its Feature. So, of this chapter 2 part, we have already completed. Okay, now in that, we have reached to the topic that is this one. Okay, the topic is residuary powers. Okay, so the subject which are not specially allotted to union or state are included to residuary powers. Means in union list, in state list, and in co-current list, we have seen that what kind of subject, what kind of work have been divided between union government and state government, and which kind of subjects means has been given under both. So both have to take the decision. But here residuary powers and constitution, some of the subjects have been not mentioned. Okay, so here central government will be the superior, but by mutual understanding some of the responsibility will be given to the state government also. Okay, so the financial distribution of resources is done between union government and state government. Excise, custom, export, import, income tax, all these major taxes are decided by central government, and while sales tax, revenue tax, entertainment tax, educational tax, which are having major financial revenue, are decided by the state tax government. Okay, so means by mutual understanding means here the residuary powers are being divided. Okay, so now fifth point said that unified arrangement during crisis. Okay, so when internal or outer means external crisis are there in country, so what kind of provisions are there, that also means here mentioned. There are three provisions for emergency in Constitution of India. National emergency can be declared at the time of war, external attack, or armed rebellion. Okay, means internally armed rebellion have been done, like atankwadi attack, terrorist attack. Okay, or we can say sometimes mean in an extreme manner. Okay, war, external attack. Second one, they are telling that due to law and order breakdown, the state cannot function according to the constitution, so constitutional emergency is declared. Now third, due to increase in price, there is monetary value erosion, at that financial emergency is declared. The central government has been given more power to deal with three emergencies at the time for emergency. India is almost turned into the unitary system. Means right now state government and union government both are working, but when emergency time, only union government's decision will be final. At that time state governments are not means the major power as a function. Okay, now sixth point, the bicameral practice. Okay, India has a parliamentary system of governance. In a parliamentary system, the parliament is a supreme authority representing people. The legislature at the union is the parliament. The parliament is bicameral, means it has two houses. Okay, upper house and lower house. Upper house is called the Rajya Sabha. Lower house is known as the Lok Sabha. Through the government is carried on by the Council of Minister headed by the Prime Minister at the Union and the Chief Minister in the state. Okay, so the Council of the Minister is represented to the legislature. The comprise representative of the people. The president select 12 people who are expert and experienced from various fields for Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha is a permanent house in which one-third members retire every 2 years, the same number of members for election. Each member has 6 years of tenure in Rajya Sabha. Council of State, the power of Rajya Sabha are less compared to the Lok Sabha, which is special, superior, and decisive. Rajya Sabha cannot completely dissolved. Now, what they want to say, let me explain you. Okay, here means two part are there. First one is Lok Sabha, and second one is Rajya Sabha. Okay, Now these two houses are there, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. This one is a superior house. Rajya Sabha is a superior house. Lok Sabha is a lower house. But still, Lok Sabha is a powerful house. Rajya Sabha is a less powerful house. Okay. Again, I am repeating. Rajya Sabha is a powerful house. Rajya Sabha is a first house. Lok Sabha is a second house. Okay. But Lok Sabha is a powerful house, Rajya Sabha is a less powerful house. Why? Means when we are electing our means representatives now, when elections are coming, national elections, so we are choosing the Narendra Modi. Okay, like means previous election we have chosen the Narendra Modi, but Narendra means directly we have given the vote to Narendra Modi. No, in our areas means MPs, the candidate have been stand after election, they are being called the MP. Okay, means member of parliament. That member of parliament has chosen that Narendra Modi is our means head. So as a head, Narendra Modi is becoming the prime minister. Okay, but that's why means by the people this house have been chosen, that's why it is a powerful house. Then low Rajya Sabha, in Rajya Sabha what happened means only choosable person are being set in the Rajya Sabha. Okay, in Lok Sabha Rashtrapati is choosing means president is choosing two members. Okay, they are not coming by election, they are be coming by nomination. Okay, so two members are coming in a Lok Sabha, then 12 members are coming in a Rajya Sabha. Okay, so 12 members we have seen that experts in their means field. Like right now you know very well that Rekha is a member of a parliament, means actress Rekha is a member of a parliament. So in on which basis Sachin Tendulkar is a member of a parliament right now? So on which basis they have done something means remarkable in the society and they are expert in their field. So means because they are means expert in their field, means Rashtrapati is choosing them that particular persons, that kind of person in a Rajya Sabha. So that number is in a Rajya Sabha are 12. Okay, so I hope you understand the thing. Okay, again I am repeating, means bicameral practice, that means two houses are there, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha. Okay, bicameral practice means two houses are the Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha. Means first house Rajya Sabha, second house Lok Sabha, but powerful house Lok Sabha, less powerful house Rajya Sabha. In means whatever the person, why Lok Sabha is a powerful house, because the means that person are sitting in the Lok Sabha that we have chosen directly. Okay, so they are being called the MPs. Okay, so that's why means Lok Sabha is a powerful house, Rajya Sabha is a less powerful house. Okay, now the people are being elected by the president, that are two means by nomination. Okay, by nomination two people are being elected in the means Lok Sabha and 12 people in the Rajya Sabha. Got it? I hope you understand that. Okay, so now seventh point, the independent, impartial and integrated judiciary. Okay, this is the most and means we can say is a significant feature of our constitution, that judiciary is independent. Even the means prime minister cannot interfere in the judiciary's means any kind of decision. Okay, so means judiciary is independent, impartial and integrated. The constitution has provided for the establishment of an independent and impartial judiciary. There is Supreme Court at the top, then there are High Court at state, and under its jurisdiction are the District Court at the district level. At the taluka level, there are local and special courts. The judgment of Supreme Court are binding to all the subordinate code of the in interior of the states. The financial decision is vested with Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is the protector of the and guardian of the Constitution. Now, what they are telling, okay, means there is a three level of government, like local, then district, or you can say Supreme Court, okay, district, then it is not High Court, sorry, my mistake, High Court, and then Supreme Court. Highest level, I'm writing in a short, Supreme Court. Means first level is local level, then district level courts, then High Court, then Supreme Court. So here means in short they are telling that Supreme Court is the highest power. Okay, so each level court has to be means abided whatever the decision have been taken by the Supreme Court. Okay, so this kind of judiciary system, like means I'm giving the one example. One second, huh? Like I'm giving the one example of the that means any crime have been happen in your area. So first you will go to your local court, okay, then means if you are not satisfied you will go to means upper level court, that is district level court. Still you are not getting the justice, so you will go to the High Court. Still you are not satisfied with that decision, so Supreme Court is the last court, and whatever the verdicts are being given by the Supreme Court, that is the final verdicts. Okay, so each and every means court has to be abided that verdicts. Okay, they want to say here that. Next one, eighth one, amendment in constitution. Compared to other countries constitution of India is dynamic. Okay, constitution can be amendment as and when required. Constitutional provisions can be amended in three ways. Amendment means changes. Okay, it is not rigid constitution, means for means we have prepared, so prepared, no changes will be done, no, that kind of constitution our Indian constitution is not there. Okay, so amendment can be made by the simple majority of members present and voting in the parliament. Means any kind of decision is being taken, like I'm giving the one example. Last year, means before 2 years, Jammu Kashmir have been evoked, means from Jammu Kashmir, that 350 and means that article have been evoked. Okay, under that means now Jammu Kashmir is not a special state. So that have been done by the this method, that amendment can be made by the simple majority of members present and voting in the parliament. Okay, so in the parliament means whosoever number of the means members present, so they are voting and the major number of vote is going in which decision, that is the final decision. Second one, certain amendments require a special majority, that is two-third majority of member present and voting. So second decision means teen talak. I hope, I don't know you people know or don't know, but that is the means in Muslim there is a law that if a husband is telling three times talak talak talak, so that talak is being final. Okay, so here that is a somehow wrong thing. Okay, in anger if the husband is telling to his wife that talak talak talak, so the talak is final, no, not that kind of. Okay, so here means for that means new law have been came, so or we can say the amendment or something came, so means total number of means the members have been present in the parliament, from the two-third members has to be given the vote in the favor of that decision, then that means we can say an amendment can be bring in the constitution. Okay, so two-third majority of members present and voting. Now third point they are telling concerning the union state religions, the special majority, that is two-third, and the concurrence not less than 50% of the state legislature is required. If there is any amendment to be made in the interrelation between union state structure of or in supreme judiciary, then half of the state from the total state have to give consent. Judgment of court can also bring an amendment by the parliament. There will be no change in the basic structure of constitution. Simple majority in parliament can bring change in the amendment of the constitution. That's why the constitution is known as the most inconsistent and flexible document, but at certain cases it is not amendable by simple majority. Without the majority consent of the state, it is not amendable. Then two, the mixture of the both make the constitution. So the condition they are telling that in many cases means it can be amendment by the major means voting, major number of voting, but sometimes it is somehow means too much rigid, so cannot be amended by the without the concern of the state. Okay, so state concern also needed in that. Ninth one, universal adult suffrage. In India we have the system of adult suffrage, which is flexible according to any citizen who is above 18 year of age and above possess right to vote in election of parliament, legislative assembly or local self-government bodies without any discrimination of education, poverty and economic standard. 10th one, secularism. We have discussed earlier about secularism in preamble. In the constitution, India has been declared as a secular state. People of different religions reside in India, therefore the state cannot discriminate any citizen on the basis of religion. No citizen can be given special rights or cannot be deprived of certain rights. The state has to be absolutely impartial and neutral in respect of religion. Only secular state can offer proper or equal treatment towards all citizens. Secularism means that the state doesn't interfere in matter of religion or is based to any specific religion. The state has to be secular and interfere followers. Indifferent followers of every religion are free to follow and practice for their religion in choice. So ultimately means state is not interfering in religion, they are not supporting any religion, they are not supporting any religious persons, they are not preaching any religious matters. Okay, and respect all the religions. Okay, now 11th one, judicial review. Judicial review is the chief characteristic of the constitution. Judicial review administer the working of union and state within the jurisdiction without disrespecting the power of parliament. The constitution has made an effort to harmonize the principle of judicial review. Parliamentary amendment, external order, audience and judicial judgment are given for judicial review. If the court find any indiscrepancy in the external order, audience or judicial judgment is can be stopped them by the declaring them the unconditional. One kind of, you can say, that's judicial review, like government has given any decision, but that is not somehow wrong. Like I'm giving means before 2 months there is means the unbearable condition of corona, still government was not taking the step of somehow. So there means governments here judiciary has interfered and given the means some kind of guidance that this kind of thing should be there for the people's welfare, so that can be the judicial review. Sometimes what if some kind of decisions can be taken, but the judiciary, or we can say the means court is finding something that is not in a beneficial of a means people, so they can do the judicial review, and according to people's means need they can change the thing also. 12th one, fundamental right and duties. Fundamental rights are conferred to the people of India by the constitution to live a dignified life. The most valuable capital of our country is in the overall development of nation, which further lies in the fundamental duties and rights. Rights to constitutional remedies, and for the children 6 to 14 years of age, right to educate are also made available. Okay, so fundamental rights means fundamental rights have been 6 fundamental rights are there, 11 fundamental duties are there. So as an Indian citizen we have to follow that also. Now next one, 13th one, directive principles of state policy. Okay, so directive principles of state policy we have taken from the Ireland. Protection of people, security and welfare should be carried out by the state. These principles provide direction for state governance and policy making, so they are called the directive principles. Okay, so like means we should means take care of our environment. We should not harm our means old cultural heritage sites. Okay, we should not means consume the alcohol and everything. So these are coming in the directive principle of state policy. Okay, we should help to the means poor and needy people. So these all things are coming means moralistic things, but not forcefully have been implemented, only guideline have been given that are called the directive principles of state policy. Now 14th one, provision for backward section and tribes. To uplift and include backward section and tribes deprived class in the mainstream, there are specific provisions in constitution. Reserved seats are located in legislature and local self-governing bodies. Election to provide representation. Reservation quota has been provided for admission in educational institution and government job in option to the population to provide equal opportunity. Children of backward section and tribe are given scholarship, basic amenities, and waived fees, which come under optimistic policy and scheduling policy as per of provision and constitution in the constitution. So we know very well SC, ST, OBC caste people are getting some kind of reservation benefits in job, education, everywhere. Okay, so they are talking about this kind of benefit. Okay, now here chapter completed. New words we will do in our next lecture. Today I'm keeping my lecture up to here. Thank you so much.